Hello, my name is Rodney. I'm from the pOedGamerQuehegan YouTube channel, and today I am doing another one of my Fright Night Fridays videos, and this time I want to talk about something a little bit different, because this time this is a number of movies, and the reason why I'm talking about them is because I think the advertising for them was misleading. I know I understand I should have looked more into it when I bought them, but I didn't understand exactly what it was. And a lot of my friends that we watched them didn't, because we actually did a movie marathon with these. And that is the 8 Films to Die For. That's like the After Dark Horror Fest. What me and my friends thought these were a collection of 8 movies that were just really, really scary. Like the 8, it was just like a thing. Well, come to find out what this really is a series of movies that was shown at the After Dark Horror Fest. And me and my friends were just like, oh wow, we watched it. Don't get me wrong. They're good horror movies. I mean, you have Unrest, Reincarnation, Dark Ride, Penny Dreadful, The Grave Dancers, The Hamiltons, Wicked Little Things, and The Abandoned. These were, me and my friends, we actually had a marathon, and we were up quite late, because we watched all 8 of these in one sitting. And it was actually really cool. I will probably do other reviews talking about these movies individually, because it has been quite some time since I've watched any of them. Because this was done in 2006, and it's probably been that long since I've watched them, so it's been almost 10 years. But I remember, because I bought all these at Best Buy. You'll see on these, the other ones still have stickers on them. I went back to Best Buy, and I was like, oh, there's some of them I have. I must not have had all 8 of them. Not thinking, yeah, I did buy all 8 of them. So I saw these, and I bought them. I took them home, and I was like, wait a minute. I do have all 8 of them already. So what are these? And it's like 8 Films to Die For. And this is Lake Dead, Unearthed, Crazy Eights, and Mulberry Street. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? And then that's when I started researching it, and I found out that, oh, this is just the movies that were shown at their Horror Fest. And then these, I'll be perfectly honest, I have never watched because I was actually very disappointed. They are still in the plastic. I bought these things in 2008 and have never watched them because of that. But they look a lot of people I've talked to, they actually say these are pretty good. I just never, I kind of really lost interest in them because of the fact the way they kind of advertised it. Like I looked, it's like, oh, the 8 movies to die for. They'll scare you to death and everything. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, that's really cool. I want to check out what these 8 movies are. And it really disappointed me. I was expecting one thing and got another. So that really soured me on it. And I think they only did this for like 4 or 5 years, and now this After Dark films, they make their own movies and show them. I heard something. I just want to see what it was. But yeah, I just never really understood why they did it the way they did, because it was something that the first ones, I was like, oh wow, the marketing campaign was really good. And then, like I said, I saw these and picked them up just because I did, for some reason, like, oh, I almost only had 4 of them, even though I remember us watching 8 of them. Maybe somebody else brought the other 4 or something. But no, it's just, it really kind of really disappointed me on the whole thing about it. But now that I know what it is, I look back, I'm thinking, man, maybe I should have picked up the other ones because I think they did this for, like I said, 3 or 4 years, and then they started putting out their own. But this is like, I think they actually do this every November, I believe, right after, shortly after Halloween. And they basically show, I think, 8 more movies. And now I think it's the ones that After Dark Productions, studios, or whatever they call themselves, do it. So, yeah, I was trying to look up what the newer ones were, and it's a little hard to get some information. Like they're released on DVD, but like not many places actually have the movies. Like these, I've seen some of these actually on Netflix, and I've actually watched. I think I've watched most of these twice. Once on this and once on Netflix. I believe that's correct. It might have been Amazon Prime. I can't remember, but I really liked these. These are pretty good. Out of these three, I'm trying to remember. I think it was Penny Dreadful. I think that was my favorite of the three. I'd have to rewatch these again because it's been so long since I've watched them. They're covered. There's a lot more dust on them than I thought they were. And woman transfers the child across the past, a mysterious hitchhiker who preys upon her worst fears. That wasn't the one I thought it was. I don't know. But these are actually really enjoyable. I do recommend these first 8. They're really good. They are pretty good. They got some good scares in these. I'm not giving a review of each movie individually, mainly because I watched them all in one night about 10 years ago. But I want to tell you some stories about that night. Okay, this is what we start. We started about. It was still daylight out. It was in October, naturally. No way, it wasn't. Or what? Yeah, I think it was in October. And we all got together, had popcorn and drinks and everything, and then we're like, all right, which one should we watch first? And some people wanted to watch certain ones first, and some other people were like, let's watch this one because it seems like the worst one. We need to save the good ones for later. And some other people were like, no, let's watch that one. That looks scariest, so we'll watch it during the day, which was a funny conversation. So we finally decided which one to watch first. In all honesty, I don't remember which one we had watched first. And we started watching it, and it started getting to a really tense part. You know, the music's really getting low, and somebody's sneaking around, and then all of a sudden, just my friend just jumps up, and goes, "I gotta pee," and like startles everybody. So like we pause the movie, wait for him to get back, and then that was actually pretty funny. And I remember after we watched about, I think we watched 5 of them, and everybody's kind of like, we're getting hungry, and we're like, it's like everything's closed. Nothing's open except for like grocery stores and stuff like that. So we actually go to the grocery store and get frozen pizzas, and get back to my house. We throw them in the oven. We start another movie up, and somebody forgot to push the timer on the stove. So we're about 45, 50 minutes into a movie, and the pizza was only supposed to be in the oven maybe 22 minutes, I think. Yeah, we started to smell something. We're like, what is that? And when you're watching a horror movie and you smell something burning, you kind of like your brain, you kind of go, wait, I think that's just maybe the movie's kind of getting to me. Then we were like, oh no, oh crap, we forgot to turn out the pizzas. So yeah, it was kind of, we had that night was a mixture of enjoyment and utter chaos. But we finished all of them, even though we burned all the pizzas. We didn't eat. We just gorged on popcorn for the most of the night. There used to be a store here that popped popcorn, and one of my friend's girlfriends worked there, so they had a popcorn maker. So at night, so they didn't throw it away. They just said whoever works the night shift, or not shift, but whoever closes, gets to get the popcorn, just to have the popcorn in a popcorn machine if they want it. So she would all, I mean, there was these humongous bags, like those clear garbage bags that you put in your. She'd bring those home to him. He actually stopped. He told her to stop bringing it because he was starting to gain weight because he was eating so much popcorn. But he had her bring, like, I think for 2 days he had the popcorn, and he brought it, and I think we went through a bag and a half of that. But I mean, there were probably 7 or 8 of us, maybe 9 of us at the party. That's pretty good. So yeah, popcorn is good. I love like movie. I actually want to get one of those big giant popcorn machines and put it in my. I want to have a big movie room but yeah, that's all dreams for the future. But I remember, I think it was Unrest we watched last, and a lot of people were getting sleepy. Was it Unrest or was it Reincarnation? Or is it Great? I'm trying. Give me a second here. Let me look at these three and see if I can remember which one it was. Because okay, dancers. I don't think it's Reincarnation because that's a foreign movie. Yeah, it's a Japanese horror movie. I don't think it's in English either. Yeah, it's not in English, so it wasn't that one. That one we watched actually pretty early, I remember. Okay, I think it must have been. I think it was Grave Dancers. Okay, yeah, about the ghost, about the people dancing on the graves. Wow, I cannot. The thing is, this is so late. I barely remember any of it. I mean, it was really, really late when we started this movie, and we had been eating so much popcorn. We were so full, and I remember 2 or 3 people fell asleep during this movie, and I have 2 subwoofers hooked up to my entertainment center. So when something starts to thump, my entire house can shake if I turn it up real loud. So what happened was, there's a part in the movie to where when the chase scene happens and you got the fast music and everything. So you can remember you got like 3 or 4 people asleep like this, and then the girl screams, and then like the music starts playing, and there's running, and when it runs, you hear that base of the foot hitting the ground and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like all this stuff's going on, they're asleep, and when the guy or the ghost appears, the girl just this ear-piercing scream, and one of my friends, he's like he nudged me on the shoulder, like, we pointed at the people who were asleep, and I was like, okay. So I mean, it's really late, so I didn't turn it up too loud. But luckily I don't have neighbors really close to me, but so I turned my volume up on my stereo a little bit. So I'm like, tick, 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 tick. And they all of a sudden it's like, they literally just jump up, like, what's going on? What? And they realize they're watching this movie, and they sit all down, like, what's going on? And they're genuinely scared at that moment. So yeah, that was actually great. I think most people had to crash at my house that night because it was just so late, and it's just like, it was actually dangerous for me to drive from just sleep deprivation that night. That's one of the reasons why I want to have another Halloween party. I want to be able to sit and put some stuff on TV. Because like my idea for a Halloween party would be, I'd have one room, one TV, playing horror movies. I'd have another room to where I have horror video games. And upstairs in this room is, because I have like an old CRT TV, I'd have just retro consoles on this. Maybe like some kind of a retro horror game. Maybe Friday the 13th or something like that you could play up here. So that we could have, like, maybe if like a group wanted to do this, a group wanted to do that, you'd have the group that wanted to watch the movie. But maybe that's splitting the party up too much or something. I'm not really sure. But that is my experience. I mean, honestly, that's the thing. I bought all 8 of these movies, and I've watched them once. I don't have to think about it. I've watched them twice, like I said. I've watched them on Netflix the second time. I think it's Netflix when they come out. Or most of them I've watched twice. So, yeah. I really enjoy them. I need to watch them again because actually this month I'm kind of hurting myself because I'm watching so many horror movies since it's the month of October that I'm not actually doing a lot of the things I want to do, like the more video, like my Friday Night Fridays videos. I'm actually having a hard time getting to do all of them because I'm like, I've been watching some just really relaxing and enjoying the season. I've been trying to really get into the mood. Well, I am in the mood now, and I pulled out some decorations and actually I got a little calendar, like a, I can't remember what they call it, but it's like it counts down like so many days until, like I got one for so many days until Halloween, and it's counting down till Halloween. I'm like, yes. Every so often I forget to change it over one day, and I'm looking, it's like, man, that seems like that's the day it was yesterday, and I'm like, how many days it wasn't yesterday, and I'm like, oh yeah, it is, and I turn it over and I get to put it to the right day. So yeah, I really enjoy Halloween. My son, I'm trying to figure out exactly what to dress him up as, and I try not to do too scary, but I might do it. So, but these movies, these are actually for parties. These are pretty good because they are lots of. I think these are in collections now. Like you can actually buy them all in one. So if you want actually some pretty good movies that we do have some good jump scares in it and have some good scares and some pretty good story in it, really can't go wrong with I'm gonna say the first, like the 2006 8 movies to die for. But hope you guys are enjoying it, and until next time.
Thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, go ahead and give me a like. If you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I release at least 2 videos a week. Most of the time I release more. Leaving a comment actually helps me a lot, helps me know what you'd like, dislike, or would like to see on my channel, so go ahead and leave me a comment. If you would like to get in touch with me, have any questions, anything like that, you can go ahead and email me at vmail@pOedGamer.com. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time.